All right, thanks everyone for coming back for another install video today. Today we're going to be replacing the rear deck lid on a 2020 Mustang GT. Should be pretty simple here. As you can see, I've opted for one with the Coyote badge. In order to do this, all you're going to need to do is pop the trunk, and then you're going to have 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll need to be removed using a 7mm socket. So if we go over to the car, the only things that we're going to need to remove on the car are going to be these plastic pieces right here. And you can do this, just put your fingernail under it, pops right out, set it down here so we don't lose it. And same thing on the opposite side. And if these have never been removed before, there is a little bit of sticky in there. And these are going to be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 7mm bolts that I just told you about. So I'm going to go ahead and pop those out, and then I will see you in a minute. All right, so now that those bolts are out, the entire upper deck lid here is going to be loose from these bottom points. One thing to keep in mind is that when you go to pull these, there's going to be these little alligator clips up here, and they're going to come all the way across, and so there should be 4 in total. As you can see, I've lost one here while pulling mine out. And then there's this ducting here. So as you can see, on the bottom, there's these little ducts, and so those slide up into the ones that I just showed you. The best way to remove this is going to be to pull down here, and then you're going to slowly, one by one, work your fingers up around the outside and end up pulling out of these clips all the way across. When you get to the middle, one thing to keep in mind, if you have a rear view camera, which I believe all S550 Mustangs have, this is going to be plugged in here. Really easy, just a little, really easy, just a little pop clip there, push down on it with your finger and it should pop right out. And then the camera unit itself will come out on your deck lid. All right, and so now that we've got the old one out, as you can see, this is the camera module, like I said earlier. These are 2 5mm bolts in here, and they should come out fairly easily. Releases this frame piece, keep it positioned exactly how it is, just so you remember where it goes. And then your camera is going to pop out just like that. All right, and then this being the new piece, reverse that action, putting it in exactly as you found it. One thing to keep in mind is when you're putting these bolts back in, since they are 5mm, make sure you don't over tighten them because they will snap as they're threaded into plastic threads down here on the inside. All right, so basically to put this new one on, all you're gonna do is line up your tabs on the outside here, and then you're gonna slide it up, making sure this bottom part actually slides into place. But before you do, ensure that camera is hooked up. Otherwise, you're gonna have to take it all off and do it again. And then all you're gonna do is rinse and repeat, putting these 4 bolts back in. And once that's done, I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, so now we've got it all put back together here, all nice and tidy, and as you can see, no additional gap at the top. And the last part of this install, spray it off. Wipe it down to get all those extra fingerprints off of there. And that's it. That's how you install a new rear deck lid onto your 2015 Plus Mustang S550.